Hello, the signs of the zodiac. I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic seer and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages for these psychic tarot readings for July 2026. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you in July and perhaps beyond, because timing will be different for all of you in these general readings. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, some months your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from there. So you might want to check that out. This month, I'm combining all the signs into one video for the monthly tarot readings instead of separate individual videos, because my son, who edits my videos, Daniel, is very, very busy with his other job and his schedule is incredibly tight. So I have to combine these tarot readings into one video. So all that being said, now onto your July 2026 psychic tarot reading, and I'm starting with the sign of Aries. So there's going to be 3 cards here for you, Aries, and that first card is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is a card that symbolizes, this could be a high priest or a high pope, or God giving you a blessing or a warning. It could indicate higher education and higher learning. You could be the teacher or the student. Sometimes the Hierophant can symbolize religion. You may be really pondering, thinking about doing something different with your life. It could be career. It could be hobbies and interests. It could also be love relationships, or maybe where you are living. But wanting to do or pondering doing something different with your life comes up here. Some of you, Aries, may also be making a stronger commitment to God, the divine source, the universe, your faith, or religion. And you may have seen some signs, facts, things that have, how can I put this, like changed your motivation and interest in religion, in the divine source, maybe even in spirituality, or all of the above, because it's like you've seen things. Maybe you've seen miracles, or seen something, signs, symbols, synchronicities, miracles. I don't know, angels. Like something could have come up and have been kind of factual that's making you go in this particular direction. So card number 2 is the 9 of Cups. This is wish fulfillment, all good things coming to you in an emotional sense. This could be feeling contentment, happiness. It could be, let the good times roll, partying kind of energy. You could really feel like you want to celebrate. You want to have a good time. You may be like, come on, I'm going to take everybody out for dinner, or I'm going to pay. Well, let's go on a trip, or let's go have drinks somewhere, or treat. It's on me. Like, because you're feeling like really good, really happy, very buoyant energy. Some of you are going to see people you haven't seen in a long time. And this could amp up this, happy party, happy-go-lucky party energy. And this could inspire you to want to see them more, or want to see them again. So if it's somebody you haven't seen or talked to for a long time, you're seeing them or running into them, or, whatever, this getting together with them, however it happens, could really inspire you to like, hey, why don't we hang out more? Or why don't we get together more? This could be friends. It could be family members. It could be people you used to work with years ago. Your intuition is going to be on fire. And if you can recognize that in yourself, you're going to spot really easily things that are wrong with people, which may sound like a really weird thing to say, but I mean, like, you could pick up people's like aura seeming off, or like their energy seems different to you in some way, and you may pick up like they could have some kind of health issues or concerns, and you could be very in tune and intuitive and empathic and picking all that up on people that, you know, that you're close to, people in your life. If you like sports, you could be taking your kids or your significant other or going with friends to some kind of ball game. Like here in the US, it's, you know, baseball season. It could be like that, but it could, you know, wherever country you're in, it could be a different type of sport. So card number 3 is the Emperor, and this is a strong male figure in the living or deceased. Could be a father, grandfather, great-grandfather, or someone like a father figure to you, or a husband, a brother, an uncle, a boss. There's strong Aries energy here. Doesn't mean they're necessarily an Aries. It could be you. Could be an authority figure. If you have a boss, you could be talking to them about changing your job or hours or schedule or pay. You may also want to talk to bosses about a boss or bosses about problems you see in the workplace where things aren't working as well as they should, or people aren't doing, you know, things in the proper manner, and then like the chain of command is falling apart, or the workflow is suffering, or clients or customers are suffering from it. So you could be talking to your boss about things like that, like ideas you see, first of all, where you see problems, and second of all, maybe ideas that you see of how it could turn around or be improved or fixed. If your father is still living, you may have challenging conversations with your father or a male figure in your life that maybe they need to stop driving, or maybe they're not taking care of themselves enough. Maybe they need to drink more water, or they're not socializing enough, or, you know, whatever it is that you see, you may be discussing it with them and they may not, you know, it depends on the father figure or father's personality, how well they're going to take it. You could have a male figure, or doesn't even have to be male, an authority figure or somebody that is going to say to you, like, what are you trying to do? Take over my job? What are you trying to do? Jump in my shoes? That could be even your father saying that to you, or a father figure or somebody else of authority. That, you know, if you're trying to exercise your will and your authority, they could be accusing you of trying to steal their authority. You know, you could have like an argument with them and they may not want to talk to you. Like after that, they may say, don't let the door hit you in the butt on the way out. Like they may be like, I don't want to hear this. But I feel like you're going to be telling the truth. And I feel like you're going to be stating facts about the way things are, whether or not you're talking to a boss or your significant other or a father or father figure. I do feel like you are telling facts and telling the truth. So the best gemstone crystal I got for Aries to work with, use, and wear in the month of July 2026, you got aquamarine. And aquamarine is a cleansing stone. It evokes relaxation and calm. It reduces stress and it calms the mind. It's associated with trusting and letting go. Aquamarine can invoke tolerance of others and helps overcome judgmentalism. And aquamarine has an affinity with sensitive people. This is going to be a crystal that if you work with it, like, meditate with it on your third eye chakra or throat chakra or heart chakra, it is going to make you feel like you have more peace and you have more calm in your life. It could also help you adjust to changing circumstances, or if you have to change your mind about something, it can facilitate with that. If you have any problems with eating, overeating, or eating disorders of any kind, either direction, eating too much, not eating enough, this can help with that. It can help put you kind of back into balance, put you in good balance. If you carry or wear aquamarine, it's going to alert you or tell you how other people look, think about, and see you. I know that's a bit of a weird message there, but it's it's going to open up your mind and your perspective to see how other people view you. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. Now on to the sign of Taurus. Hi, Taurus. So the first card you have that came up for you is the High Priestess. And this is a card that symbolizes you being psychic, your intuition and psychic ability being activated or increasing. It could also be a high spirit guide showing up in this reading for you today. The High Priestess could also indicate you keeping something secret or hidden, or somebody keeping something secret or hidden from you. You may need to decide about somebody in your life, about whether you want to keep putting them up on a pedestal or not. Maybe there's somebody you really hold in high regard, and now things maybe could have come up or are changing or have happened in June and maybe in this month of July or more moving forward, where you're like, I don't know, I thought they were so great or wonderful or this or that, and now I don't know what I think or feel about them. Now, that could be somebody you know, but it could be somebody out in the world, like a musician, a politician, I don't know who, could, a singer. Like I said, musician, singer, actor. That maybe now you're like, wow, I used to think they were great. Now I don't know what to make of them. You could be going through like a spell of feeling like, I hate to put it this way because it's going to make people mad when I say judgmentalism, but in July or June or August, you could be going through a spell where you're very judgmental about people, situations, but people are judgmental all the time, whether it's low level or high level. It's not out of this world. But it is coming up here in your reading. It's like you have to do a closer look and a closer examination of people, whether it's people out in the world or whether it's your friends or family. Sorry, I have allergies. That could be coming up for you, where you're like going through I got to reevaluate these people. I got to think, what do I feel about them now? Do you feel the same? Maybe you want to reserve judgment and wait and see if later on maybe you change your mind in a month or two. So the card you have next in your reading is the Page of Swords. This is an air sign person, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun, moon, or rising sign. This could be you if you have a sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. That's Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Or if you're born on the cusp of Taurus and Gemini. Pages can be children. They can also be adults that are immature or young at heart. This could be somebody from your past that you're thinking about how much you meant to each other. So it could be an old love, or it could be somebody that was a family member that is no longer in the 3D world. Maybe they're in the spirit world. Or maybe it's somebody you were friends with that you just haven't seen in a long time. I get you thinking about somebody that would be an air sign, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun, moon, or rising sign person, that you're like thinking about how much they meant to you, how much they influenced your life or influenced your direction that you took in life, or motivated you or inspired you in some way. I do feel some of you may have had an intimate relationship with this person. For some of you, not all of you, because it is a general reading. You may have looked at them like they thought too much, like overanalyze things too much, you know, like always thinking, like their mind running like a clock. I see you looking at them like that. Like they were always thinking, they were always overthinking, they were analyzing everything. They may have felt like if you were in a love relationship, they may have felt like you didn't give them everything they needed. They may have felt like they wanted or needed more from you. This could be somebody you were enamored with, infatuated. I don't know if you loved them or not. I can't judge that in a general reading, but I get enamored with them or infatuated with them. Or if it wasn't romance, you were seriously impressed by them, but you did think they overthought and you did think they overanalyzed things. But it's like you're thinking about them now. So the card number 3 in your reading is the Fool. This is starting out on a new path and a new journey with high hopes and high aspirations, but you have to have your wits about you and not have your head in the clouds because you could fall off the cliff. So it's a good card because it's a new journey, but you got to watch your step. I get that some of you are ready to move. Now, what kind of move? Job move? Living situation move? Relationship move? I just get ready to move. Some of you want to see, like, I hear seeing the bright lights and getting, like, going to the city. Or it could be the opposite, like you're in the bright lights of the city and you want to go out and see nature and be in a more natural setting. So it could go either direction. But I get more like wanting to like see the sights. Maybe you want to travel because I get, oh, I want to see the bright lights and the sights and, you know, different things, going to different restaurants or seeing concerts or whatever, like action. I feel like this is like you wanting to be adventurous, see new sights and experience different experiences than what you normally do. That feels like an adventure or action oriented. You may be able to make yourself available to fly anywhere or to travel anywhere. Like, so you may be thinking in your mind, like, I got to make myself available to, you know, go on a trip. Like if you have some friends or family members that are talking about, or maybe you're talking with your friends, like, we should go somewhere. We should go on a trip. We should go here or there. Like, but I get you making yourself available to go on this trip or to go see these sites. Maybe it's not even a long trip. It could be like a day trip or a couple of days. It doesn't necessarily have to mean it's a long trip. Some of you want to get out of your old, normal, regular routine. Like shake the, get the cobwebs out, shake the dust out, wanting new experiences and new actions and activities. So the best gemstone crystal I got for Tauruses to work with, use, and wear in the month of July 2026, you got Dalmatian Jasper. And Dalmatian Jasper helps bring out your inner child. It helps bring a positive outlook. It balances yin and yang energy. It's good for promoting devotion to others. Dalmatian Jasper reconnects with a playful nature. It's a strong protection and shielding stone. It's helpful for overcoming depression. It combats exhaustion and boredom. It helps with overcoming nightmares and negative energy or negative thinking. And it encourages humor and seeing humor in situations. It is definitely a stone that's going to lighten the mood for you, lighten your energy. It's going to help you overcome the past. If you have any things that are lingering from the past emotions, anything like that, it's going to help you overcome those things. If you carry it, wear a beaded bracelet of it, meditate with it on your third eye chakra, your throat chakra, or heart chakra, like rest with them on one of those positions. It's going to help clear out negative emotions or negative experiences that you hold in your aura from the past. It could actually pick up the pace for you. It could move along your, what is it? Metabolism. It could speed up your metabolism and your vitality and energy. Like it could make you do things quicker and could speed up your metabolism as well. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. Now on to the sign of Gemini. Hi, Gemini. So the first card you have for July is the Ten of Pentacles. And this is a card that symbolizes receiving an inheritance, money coming to you through family channels. It could be a gift of cash. This could be you and your partner working together to gain more financial gain for your family. This could also indicate winning money. You could be starting to feel better about your finances, your financial situation, your financial picture. You could also be going through your finances and really making big, giant changes, like changing your investments or buying property, selling property, investing in things, changing what you're invested in or what you're banking and financial institutions, like moving from this one to that one, or if you have any kind of financial advisor or accountant, you may be changing and going to somebody new. If you're coupled, you may be delving into things that are connected to do with your partner and your partner's money or taxes. And you could really be getting ready to make some big decisions about money, like wills, trusts, like I said, investing. Like July could be a month of big decision making, big moves and changes for you with money, especially if you're looking at your partner, if you're coupled, looking at their income, looking at taxes, all of that could be on the table, or budgeting money. Some of you may want to buy a home or invest in a property, or you could be selling property as well. If you have to deal with an estate, you could be clearing out like that estate property, like clearing out an estate, having to sell it. That could be on the table for some of you Geminis. If it doesn't happen to you in July, remember, timing is different for all of you in a general reading. You don't have all the same birth chart. So this could happen later for some of you, maybe even as far out as October. So the card number 2 in your reading is the Tower. This is a fight, an argument, an end of a friendship, or an end of a relationship. It can be an end of an old paradigm, so a new paradigm can begin. It can be the end of an old rulership, so a new rulership can begin. This can also be some kind of enlightenment or awakening that you're having. It could also be a natural disaster, a flood, a hurricane, an earthquake, a lightning strike. Some of you that are working, your job could change like drastically. Maybe they're going to be downsizing, letting people go. You could be in that group. Or they're restructuring the business and they're going to put you in a different department or anything like that. Like that could go on for you at work. There could be some kind of upset, either you or somebody in your family could fall and they could break their arm, their wrist, or their leg or their ankle. I get like, I'm seeing like arm, wrist, leg, ankle. And then you may need to help them out. You know, you may have to go stay with them, or maybe they're going to need to come stay with you if that happens to them and they're not living with you already. If you're seriously coupled, you could have an argument with your partner and you could say to them, "You're not kicking me out of here." Like, you know, if you're having an argument with your partner and your partner's like, "I want you to move out," or you need to leave. I hear the collective consciousness of Gemini going, you're not kicking me out. So you could have some kind of argument like that. There could be a surprise. There could be a surprise where somebody, I hear the words cashes out. Now, if you're coupled, you could be surprised that your partner says bye and they take all the money out of the bank account. Or cashing out could mean like somebody in your life could cross over to the other side. I'm not sure. Cashing out, it's a general reading. It could mean a lot of things. So the next card in your reading is the 10 of Rods, and this is moving on to new and better horizons with 10 rods of burden on your shoulder. And these 10 rods of burden are knowledge and experience you've gained that are going to help you as you move on to new and better horizons. This could also indicate that you feel overburdened. If you feel like anybody is displaying to you childish behavior, especially in a love relationship, you're going to say, "I'm done with this. I'm out of here." If you do need to move something yourself or something, I get Geminis trying to figure out how they can make that transition easier and better. You could be dealing with and working on issues of self-esteem and self-worth in July. And if you are moving or quitting a job or whatever you're doing, I hear that Geminis are going to make their intentions very clear. So if you're quitting a job, you're going to make your intention clear. If you're leaving a love relationship, you're going to make that intention clear. Or if you want to move, like get transferred somewhere else, or wanting a higher up position in a company or business you work for, or if you think you and your partner need to split up or to, change something about the love relationship, you're going to be very clear about what it is you think and what it is you want. And you have to be sure that you do that. Like, don't be mysterious or elusive or ambiguous. You need to make it clear. I feel like you will, but you know, it's an easy thing to do, especially if you don't want to ruffle anybody's feathers and get them all, you know, you don't want to create a dust up. You may not want to be so bold and laying stuff on the line, but I feel like in this case, this is the thing to do. Some of you could spot a great deal on an apartment or a new house or a new job or a place where you want to vacation or someplace you want to start a business. I get you finding the perfect spot. So the best gemstone crystal I got for Geminis to work with, use, and wear in the month of July 2026 is chalcedony. And chalcedony is a nurturing stone. It brings nurturing and calming energy. It promotes brotherhood and goodwill. It soothes anxiety. It's very good for public speaking. Chalcedony absorbs negative energy, and it's a protective shield against hostile energy. It brings the mind, body, emotions, and spirit into harmony. It's connected to the throat chakra. It can bring peaceful sleep and good dream recall. And it instills feelings of benevolence and generosity. And it's very good for breaking through blocks. This is going to help you overcome any fears and help you overcome any stagnation that you might be feeling. If you're working on getting yourself out of debt or doing anything with trying to straighten out or organize your finances or get financial things in alignment, this gemstone will be helpful to you if you're carrying it or wearing it or having it sitting right there on the table or computer when you're doing any of that, getting financial things straightened out, organized, or in order. It's also a good gemstone that's going to help motivate you to seize the day. So I hope these messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Cancer. Hi, Cancer. So the first card you have is the Queen of Cups, which is a water sign person, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could be you because you are a water sign, but it could be another water sign person in your life as well. You may be trying to decide how you fit into something. It could be at your job, it could be in a family situation, or it could be socially. Could be a club, group, or organization, because I get some of you Cancers thinking or feeling, I don't know that I belong here. So something you're in, job, career, love life, love relationship, club, group, or organization, friendship group, you may feel like, I don't know that I really belong here. You may be really trying to conceal things and keep certain things about your life or what you're doing or what your plans are to yourself and keep them quiet. There could be some things you have in the works and you may not be ready to share it yet. You may be like, not yet, not ready to share it yet. I do feel that Cancers have some kind of promise of good fortune coming their way. There could be somebody in your life that is under suspicion for stealing something. Could be at their job, could be from somebody from a friend or family member. So there could be some suspicion of somebody connected to you taking something, and you're going to know about it or hear about it. If you are into painting, I see many Cancers getting out easels and painting. It could be oil painting, acrylic paint, it could be watercolors. I don't know what you're doing, but I do see easels getting taken out and painting. But, you know, that's not going to be the case for all of you. You may want to do something very nice for somebody in your family, like create something for them or do a kind gesture. You may also be trying to impress somebody, like a family member or somebody else in your life. So card number 2 is the Magician. This is the card of the manifester. What you think about, you bring about. What's in the ether and in the spiritual plane and in your mind, you can manifest into physical reality, and you have all the tools in front of you with which to do so. I feel like you stumble across something that's like pretty informative and could be pretty big. So if you're doing any internet searches or asking, you know, AI questions, or it could be something you just through your own study or research, you're going to come across something that's pretty big, which could be very helpful to you to figure out how to solve problems. Or it could, what you stumble across could actually be some methods, techniques, or details on how to solve a problem that you may be faced with, and maybe something that was going on for a while. Could have to do with your health and wellness, but it could have to do with your financial life or something else. I feel like it's groundbreaking. There could be some like groundbreaking discoveries or news that could come out that would be that you're going to do your research or you're going to come across that's going to be extremely helpful to you. It could be a tiny bit challenging to you because I feel it's going to require you to change things up. And you may not like, I'm not saying Cancers don't ever like change, but it might be like, even though it would be helpful or beneficial to you, it might be hard for you to give up certain routines, schedules, or ways you go about doing things. Some of you are going to find out that you're getting a new job. So if you went on job interviews recently, or maybe, you know, people take long to get back about jobs anymore. Crazy. It wasn't like that back in my day when I was out with resumes looking for jobs. But, you know, you could find out that you're getting a job. New job could be coming to you. And that could even be a new job in a company or business you already work for. So keep that in mind. So the next card in your reading is the Justice card. And this is could be dealing with court documents, legal papers, lawyers, the court systems, settlements, lawsuits, mediation. But if it's not dealing with the legal justice system, this could also be something in your life that was once unfair or unjust, now becomes fair and just. And it doesn't have to be legal. Some of you are going to find out you're getting a promotion or a raise or both in June. If you had any pending legal cases, I feel they very likely, my guides are saying, getting settled in July. But if some of you, this legal matter could have been settled in June. If some of you are considering starting a company or a business, you could be dealing with, you know, legal papers, signing documents, or dealing with a lawyer to turn your company or get your company or business to be an LLC or a corporation. Some of you could start a legal proceeding or legal case in July. But if you start a legal case, I'm going to let you know, I feel like it wouldn't go to court for a year. I see September would be the soonest, but I don't know that that's September from in 2026. I don't feel it's September of 2026. I feel it's September of 2027. But for some of you, the timing could be in September of 2026. You could hold the door open for an authority figure to come in and give you good legal advice. This could be a boss. It could be a parent to you. But somebody could come in here and give you good legal advice in July or August. So the best gemstone crystal I got for Cancers to work with, use, and wear in the month of July, you got rose quartz. And rose quartz brings loving vibes. It purifies and opens the heart to promote love, self-love, friendship, deep inner healing, and peace. Rose quartz is a very calming stone, and it can bring you comfort in times of grief. It also dispels negativity and protects against environmental pollution. I think this is a funny comment, but my guides say it's a good gemstone for helping you get your ego out of the way when you have to deal with a love partner or anybody you love and care about in your life, where if you have to deal with them and your ego could get involved, it's going to help you remove that. Because sometimes your ego can get in the way of things. Some of you, this could improve your love life. But I feel for some of you, it could help attract a new love partner to you if that's what you're desiring. But I feel like they would come in the month of March of 2027. If you put this under your pillow at night or on your nightstand when you sleep, it's going to give you sweet dreams. And maybe even romantic dreams as well. If you have any issues with your spine, it would be a good gemstone crystal for you to wear, because it could kind of help your spine kind of get back into better alignment. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. Now on to the sign of Leo. Hi, Leo. So the first card that you have is the Nine of Cups. And Aries also got the Nine of Cups. So this is wish fulfillment. All good things coming to you in an emotional sense. You could be feeling filled up with happiness, contentment. It can also be like a partying, like the good times roll kind of energy here. It's like my guides are saying, Leos are starting to see the forest for the trees. So if you had been in some kind of situation that was like overwhelming or too confusing, not being able to sort out, fact from fiction, or, just not being able to sort out certain things, I feel like things are getting clear for you now. Some of you are going to go away on a trip, and this could be with a family friend, or it could be a friend or a family member. But I do get going away on a trip with a family friend comes up here. And I feel like you're going to go spend time going outside, going maybe even dancing, maybe going to clubs that are outside. Do they have that? I don't know. The last time I've been out to like a club, I don't even know. I'd have to sit here and think about it. But um, yeah, so you could be, you know, like, well, when you go to a resort place like that's tropical or, you know, a pool, beach right there, like I get that kind of scenario for some of you. Some of you may find that you're in a more elevated position. My guides are calling it the big cheese. So you could find yourself being like highly sought after, people looking at you like you're the big boss. And maybe you are the big boss. But it comes up as also getting looked at like the big boss. You could go on some kind of whirlwind tour if you play music or you give any kind of speeches or presentations. You may be going on some like whirlwind, like, oh, this city, that city, this city, that city, or this state, that province, that country, this country. You could be going on some kind of whirlwind tour. And if you play music or you're a singer or you're in theatrical performances or you give any kind of speeches, teaching, lecturing, all that could fall under this umbrella. But even if that's what you're doing, I still see you going out. You're having fun, you're partying. That comes up here. So card number 2 in your reading is the Queen of Swords. This is an air sign person, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could be you, Leo, if you have a sun, moon, or rising sign that is an air sign. I get you having a lot of conversations, communications with them. They could be in a position of flight or fight, or they could be putting you in a position where you feel like it's flight or fight or flight. This could be somebody that may be taking things out on you. This could be your significant other. It could be an ex, if you have to continue to deal with them. If they're going through any, struggles or troubles, and they could end up being snarky or rude or abrupt or belligerent to you, even if what they're upset about maybe doesn't have anything to do with you. I mean, in some cases, maybe it does, but for some of you, it may not, and that they're just going to take something out on you. You could feel like they're making you nuts, like their head could be filled with all these wackadoo ideas, or they could be trying to fill your head with wackadoo ideas. They could like be putting the screws to you, where they're like, I'm not letting you off the hook. So I feel this is the strongest, a love partner or an ex. But this could also be a coworker or a boss that could be behaving that way to you as well. Or a sibling. There is a sense of them wanting to make you suffer or make you pay for something. Maybe literally pay with money, but it could be emotionally they want you to pay. This could be somebody in your life you feel like they're working at cross purposes with you. Could be a coworker, could be a client or customer, could be a boss. They may feel to you like whatever you say you want to do, or what your plans are, or how things are going to roll, they could be trying to throw a wrench into it. Almost like payback. So the last card in your reading for July is the King of Pentacles, which is an earth sign person, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. This could be you, Leo, if you have a sun, moon, or rising sign that is an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo, or it could be you if you're born on the cusp of Leo and Virgo. I hear cry me a river, I don't feel good about myself. That could be you if your sun, moon, or rising is earth, Or it could be somebody you're connected to that's really feeling depressed, feeling down, and having trouble like getting out of that, getting out of those feelings. You could have somebody that wants to come by and try to sell you something, or, you know, if you're out and about looking at merchandise or a car, a house, or whatever, this could be the salesperson trying to get you to sell you on something. It could also be somebody that's trying to sell you on a business project plan or an idea that they have. Like maybe they want to go into business partnership with you, or maybe they want you to be a silent partner. So they could be trying to sell you on their idea, their business, what they're trying to get going. You may feel like they're acting really irregular, which is surprising for the earth signs, where you feel like they're giving you stop and start energy or confusing energy. Like one day they're like scattered. Right there in my head, I just saw the Seven of Cups. So you may look at the King of Pentacles like they're dealing with Seven of Cup energy, which is scattered energy, scattered thinking, scattered emotions. Choose wisely from the illusions around you, having to make a decision or a choice. You may be looking at this King of Pentacles like that's what's going on with them, whoever they are to you. They could be critical of you. They could say that your ideas or plans are half-baked or crazy. You could be saying that about them. So that's one of those predictions that can go either way. You may feel like they're being secretive, or that they're trying to hide certain things from you, because they think that you may utilize it in some way that whatever they're trying to hide from you, they may feel like they don't trust what you're going to say or do with that information. I'm not saying they're being secretive about every single thing, but there may be very certain and specific things that they're being secretive about, and you may be picking up on it, you know, with your intuition that they're doing that. They could be building a case for you. They could be building a case for someone else. They could be building a case for a business project plan or an idea. So they could be building a case like trying to defend someone to you, or promote someone to you, or promote a product or something to you. I don't know. I feel like they're trying to sell you on something. What are they selling you on? Something you need to buy? Something you're just perusing and looking at? Or is it about a person? Is it about themselves? They may feel like you need to quit giving them the business. They may feel like you want them to quit giving you a hard time. So the best gemstone crystal I got for Leos to work with, use, and wear in the month of July, you got Goldstone, which is a stone of ambition. It helps in attaining goals. It's a symbol of ingenuity, ambition, and drive, and also power. It reduces tension, revitalizes and encourages a positive attitude. It's a good grounding stone and secures the root chakra. It brings transformation, alchemy, strength, and gives a sense of safety and stability. It is a stone that's going to make you feel more energized. It's going to help expand your mind to see the big picture. And it's going to be a good gemstone for Leos to use to help you assimilate with any changes that are going on for you in July. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. Now on to the sign of Virgo. Hi, Virgo. So the first card you have for July is the Three of Cups, which could be three sisters, three females, three friends, help from friends. Could also indicate parties, gatherings, or celebrations. This could also indicate a celebratory conclusion to something going on in your life. If it's a party, you could be attending the party, but you could be throwing the party yourself. I feel like some of you Virgos are getting yourself in a better position financially. And I feel that some of you are going to celebrate because something has come through for you. Like maybe a job or a promotion or, you know, some kind of gift of cash or an inheritance. Some of you may want to get together with your family or friends or both and have some kind of party or celebration. Could be a barbecue, could be some other kind of party or gathering. But I do feel like it does feel like it's a celebration, an intentional celebration. I see you eating a lot. So at this celebration, there may be food that you really are like, wow, this is amazing. This is so good. I can't get enough of it. But that could be, even if you're not at a party or celebration, there could be certain foods or things that are that you make or somebody else makes in July that, you know, especially if you go to like, you know, I just realized, look at my decorations, right? If you live in the US, 4th of July, if you're in France on Bastille Day on the 14th of July, you could be celebrating and going to like, you know, celebration of your country. So you could be going to parties in relation to that, and the food could just be amazing, and you could really eat quite a lot. Some of you could start, my guides are calling it, holding court with people that are new to you. So that could be like new friends, like, you know, socializing and hanging out with new people, new friends. Now, this could be coming through your love partner. Maybe if you start dating somebody, you're going to meet their friends or their family. Or if you start a new job, it could be new coworkers and their friends and family. So socializing with new people could really come up here for you strongly. And I feel like that energy starts in July, but can go through the end of September or the beginning of October. So card number 2 in your reading is the Seven of Rods. And the Seven of Rods is closing the door on or keeping at bay negative energy and or negative communication coming at you. It could also indicate you taking the moral high ground in a situation. You could get bothered by people asking you for every little detail. Who's doing that? Is it your mother? Is it your parents? Is it your friends? Is it happening at work? But it could be it could be clients or customers or your boss asking you for every little detail. And I get you getting like, that's getting on my nerves. Although I feel like you would be able to give them all the details, but I feel like it's like annoying to you, for some of you. You could also be in a position where you have to hear about things you don't want to hear about. So if you go to any parties or gatherings, there could be a family member that like entraps you and you got to hear about everything that they want to tell you. And it could be like, I don't want to hear it. That could be getting on your nerves. It could be happening in a workplace. You know, a coworker could be like, well, I went on this trip, and you hear every little detail about the trip and you don't want to really hear about it. Like maybe a couple minutes of it, you'd be good. But if it rattles on and on, you're going to be like, ay, I don't want to keep hearing it. And you may actually do things to make them stop. That makes me think of a show of Frasier, where one time, if you ever watched the show Frasier, where Frasier wanted Daphne to stop talking about something. So she'd be in the throes of telling this detailed long story, and he'd say, Daphne, or he'd like interrupt her and say something to her or ask her like a question, and it would derail her, and then she wouldn't go back and tell the rest of the story. You may want to adopt that trick for what's going on with you and whoever is rattling off stuff you really don't want to hear and listen to in July or at any time in the future. So your last card for this reading is the Death card, which is transformation. Something ending so something new can begin. You could start having some kind of problems with your hip, your leg, or your bowels. Weird. They're not connected, right? But I don't know. These are the things I'm getting. Like, so you could have the issues with them, you know, popping up in July or August. You may have to take some kind of either a laxative or the reverse, you know, like something to stop it. You know, it could go either way. If you're a runner, you could have issues with shin splints or pains in your shins or legs or hip because your hips came up. This could be a month where you dive into deep, dark secrets. You may look into the occult or into esoteric, metaphysical, or mysterious subjects or ancient teachings. You may delve into all of that. You may be looking into, what's it called? I hate when I can't think of the word I'm trying to say. Sumerian texts. You could be looking into ancient Sumerian texts or biblical texts or some other religious texts, the Quran. You could really be scrutinizing your money, how much money you have, how much money do you have in the bank, how much money do you have saved. These could be topics that you could be like delving into. How much do I have in savings? How much equity you have in things also. Like if you own your own home, how much equity do you have in it? There could be some desire to settle a debt or to settle a bet. See, when I hear my guides, did they say debt or bet? I'm not sure, but I get settle a debt or a bet. You could be going through materials in your house, crashing and burning through them. Like, I'm getting rid of all these papers, these files, these documents, this, that. You could be going through all that kind of stuff, paperwork and things like that. So the best gemstone crystal I got for you to work with, use, and wear in the month of July, the other sign that got this so far is, who else got it? Taurus. Also got Dalmatian Jasper. And Dalmatian Jasper helps work with your inner child. It helps bring a positive outlook. It's good for balancing yin and yang energy, and it helps promote devotion to others. Dalmatian Jasper helps you reconnect with a playful nature, and it's a strong protective and shielding stone. It's helpful for overcoming depression. It combats exhaustion and boredom. It also helps combat nightmares and negative thinking. And it encourages humor and seeing humor in situations. It's going to give you more, lighten the mood, lighten your energy, make you feel more effervescent and bubbly. If there was something that you were dragging your feet about that really needed to get worked on, get going, or get up and off the ground and running, you need to be carrying Dalmatian Jasper in July, because it's going to help you like get unstuck, get something that needs to get going, regardless of what it is. Could be your physical body, it could be a project you're working on, but wearing Dalmatian Jasper or carrying it with you would be very helpful to you in the month of July. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. Now on to the sign of Libra. And before I go on to Libra, I just want to let you know, if you're interested, the most recently recorded videos I have available that are on Vimeo, Patreon, and a new website that I'm using called Gumroad, spelled Gumroad, because I want to give you an update. Vimeo has changed and extended the dates regarding their on-demand platform and when it's ending. The last day for me to upload new videos to Vimeo is August 22nd, 2026. The last date to purchase Vimeo on-demand videos is September 21st, 2026. The last date to view your purchased videos on Vimeo's on-demand platform is November 20th, 2026, and then the platform is ended. Please download and save my videos that you've purchased for future viewing. The download feature is enabled for all of my Vimeo on-demand videos. If you would like to purchase more of my video content in the future, you can go to Patreon. My Patreon link is below this video, and you can join for free. And once you make an account, you can go to my Patreon shop and purchase any of the videos there, which are the same exact videos I was selling on Vimeo. You do not have to be a paid Tier 1 member. You can have a free account. Also, my videos are now available on Gumroad, and the link for my Gumroad account is down below in this video. So I'm still uploading the videos to Vimeo, since I can do so until August 22nd. But after that, I'm not going to be able to upload any new videos. So I want to thank you for all of your purchases of all of my videos. It is what keeps this channel going on YouTube. So thank you so much for that. And I look forward to bringing more psychic predictions and messages to you moving forward in the future. So the first is Mid-Year Love and Romance Psychic Tarot Update for 2026. I used 4 tarot cards from the Hanson Roberts tarot deck for the single people of your sign, and 4 cards from the Morgan Greer tarot deck for the coupled people of your sign. And I pulled a gemstone crystal for the singles and a separate gemstone for the couples that just focus on love, romance, heart-centered energy, and healing. So you might want to get your rising sign and your sun sign in those videos, but I've had people tell me that their Venus sign is often resonates with them and makes sense to them, or their moon sign, because the moon is about emotions. So it's up to you what you get in those videos. Also, my mid-year psychic tarot update for 2026. I use the center of the Celtic Cross tarot spread to give you messages and predictions from my spirit guides for the second half of this year of 2026. Again, you might want to get your sun sign and your rising sign, or whatever normally resonates with you on YouTube and Rumble readings. Also, this is brand new, never recorded these before, this year my course corrections, psychic tarot, and oracle card readings for 2026 for each sign of the zodiac. The tarot cards in the reading are going to tell you the cautions and the warnings coming up, and the oracle cards are going to give you the advice and the solutions. Then don't forget, my psychic crystal readings for June 2026 are available. They are a continuation and an expansion of the psychic tarot readings that I do every month. So you may want to see what my guides have to say for you in the crystal. Thank you for your purchases. I do really mean that a lot, because that's what keeps this channel going. So now on to Libra. Hi, Libra. So the first card you have in your reading for July 2026 is the Magician. And this is a card that symbolizes the card of the manifester. What you think about, you bring about. What's in the ethers and in your mind and in the physical, in the spiritual plane, you can manifest it into physical reality, and you have all the tools in front of you which to do so. This could also mean trickster energy sometimes. I feel like some of you Libras have to bide your time, or may be biding your time, because something big is coming here to you. You could enter into some kind of phase of development. So that could be what's big is coming. So you might be entering into a phase of developing a business, or developing something with your physical body, maybe health and wellness, or exercise and diet. It could be something else that you're developing, some kind of project or program. And I feel that many of you Libras that are developing something, you're starting from scratch. And I feel like there's a lot of components to it. So it could be a website, it could be a business. But again, it could be physical health or wellness or with your body. But I get all these different components that play into what it is. I feel that many of you Libras will actually see results from whatever this is in February. So if you're creating it now, in the next month or two, or maybe you even started creating it in June, or working on this in June, the results seem to pay off for you in February. Maybe sooner for some of you, because, you know, timing is different for all of you in a general reading. Some of you could be like getting inducted into something, or integrated into something where you're learning, like you're getting accepted into a club, a group, an organization. But then if you get into anything like that, you have to learn the protocols, the rules, the regulations, I don't know what else to call it, the protocols of what needs to happen, how the situation flows, how the club, group, or organization works, the mechanics of the whole thing. And if you work on some kind of big project, or if it's a business, your name is going to be on something, because I get you getting your name on something. Or if you're working for a business or company that they're like using your skills and talents and knowledge as an employee, and maybe you make some big breakthrough, your name will be on it. So like your name could be on a list of credits of who worked on it, or it could be, they may call the project your last name, or something about your name could be involved. But as I said, if it's your own business, you could be putting your name, the business could be named after you if it's something you're creating yourself. If you apply to any kind of program, I don't care what kind it is, anything, maybe it's even a medical study, or, you know, to get into an exclusive club or something. I feel like you get accepted or into a school or into a program of some sort, like you get in. Maybe you're trying to get into a college or a technical school. So the next card in your reading is the Nine of Rods, and this is being prepared and ready for battle. Getting your ducks in a row, getting organized. You could also be suspicious of someone or something. I feel like you're proceeding very cautiously. I also get some of you may be very cautious about spending. And that could be just because, everything's getting more and more expensive. It may be really important for you to demonstrate and show people that you know what you're doing and you have your act together. This could be to your bosses, or if you have a business, to your clients or customers. It just comes up like you're going to be very conscious, like, I want to look like I know what I'm doing. You could also be suspicious of somebody. Now, this is going to sound contradictory to what I just said. You could be suspicious of somebody, wondering, why do they care so much about what you're doing? Both things could be true, because these could be different ways. This could be personally, like maybe your neighbors are way too concerned about what you're doing, or one of your relatives, or a coworker, and you could be like, why do you care so much what I'm doing? That energy comes up here for some of you Libras in July. But timing is different for all of you, so this could be something that just keeps going on or has gone on for a while. It doesn't mean it starts and stops in July. Something you make, something you do, or something you say could make waves. And there could be people talking about something you made, something you did, something you said. And that could also be the energy of like you going, what do you care what I do, or why I did this or said that? So that could apply to that situation, because I get there's something you're going to do. It's going to make people talk. Maybe not in a bad way. Sorry, I had like a huge allergy attack right there. So it may not be in a bad way, but it may be like you may be really surprising people or shocking them with something. So the third card you have for July is the Three of Pentacles. This is expanding your business, expanding your skills, expanding your work. It can indicate focusing on craftsmanship and attention to detail. If you start your own business or YouTube or Rumble channel or something, you are going to be putting a lot of focus and energy. You may also be studying something very intricate and complex, and you have to put all your energy, focus on it. So this could be if you are building that business or starting a project, you may be like studying, learning, focusing on it, how to do it, improve it, make it better, things you need to know. But this could be like, even though it's a money card, it could be you literally studying something. That's what my guides are saying. You may feel like you want things to look better. Maybe it's like your physical self, your face, your skin, your hair, your nails, your body. Maybe you want these things to look better. But it could also be things at your home or a business where you're like, I want to perfect it. I want to make it look better. So you putting your time and energy and effort and focus on improving things that you want to look better. Some of you may be taking out a loan to pay down debts. or to pay off debts. And you could be going through a period of time where you're restructuring your finances. Maybe you're paying off debts, like you get a loan to pay off debts, but then you got to pay off that loan. So you could be restructuring your finances, doing different investments, things of that nature. And anything that you're creating, I feel like you're going to have in your mind, this has to stand the test of time. Whether you're doing your physical body improvement or home improvement or a business you're creating or something you're trying to make, look nice, you want it to stand the test of time. So the best gemstone crystal I got for you, Libra, to work with, use, and wear in the month of July 2026 is malachite. And malachite clears and activates the chakras and attunes to spiritual guidance. Malachite opens the heart to unconditional love. It encourages risk-taking and change. Malachite breaks unwanted ties and old patterns. It teaches responsibility for your actions, thoughts, and feelings, and it helps heal your heart chakra as well. This is going to be a good stone to like boost your self-confidence and boost your ego, make you feel more, ready to go, ready for anything. I do feel it's going to be a very healing stone for you. Good for healing your heart and also your pulmonary system, your blood circulation. It's going to be a motivating stone for you. If you wear this like a beaded bracelet or carry it, it would help you seize the day. Like not let opportunities slip by. Could make you prone to risk taking chances and risks. That would work out in a positive way for you. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Scorpio. And the first card you have, Scorpio, for July is the Page of Rods. And this is a fire sign person. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising sign person. This could be you if you have a sun, moon, or rising sign that is a fire sign. Pages can be children. They can also be adults that are immature or young at heart. Or they could be a messenger about communications or business or something new. This could be somebody that you have to deal with that feels like they're coming back into your life. Now, maybe they were always around, but, sometimes if it's a friend or family member, maybe you don't see them all the time. Or there's, time goes on, you don't see them for a while, but then they come back like more involved in your life. I feel like you look at them like they're kind of witty. They may be quirky. This could be somebody you dated or had a romantic relationship with in the past. And they want to come by and like check up on you, see how you're doing. They may be doing this to see if you're single, see if you're available, see if you would like to hang out, get together, go out on a date. Or so if it was a romantic partner for you in the past, they could be coming back to see if you would still be interested in getting together with them again. And they could come to you with an offer you can't refuse. Like, they could invite you to something they 100% know that you would not say no to. They're sure you would go. It might be a concert. It might be some big event of some other kind, a big party or something. They may be pretty sure if you're free and single that you would agree to go. I really feel like this is somebody you dated or were with in the past, or an ex, or it could be somebody that you worked with in the past that you didn't date or go out with, but they may have had interest in you. So I know some of you may say, "Well, I'm coupled, I'm married, I'm this and that." Well, this is what's coming up here. So it's if it's not love or somebody that wants to get back together with you, romantically speaking, it's somebody you knew before that you haven't had dealings with for a while, and they're showing back up. But I'm going to tell you that that part of who they are is what stands out the strongest. So, card you have next is the Queen of Rods, and this is a fire sign person: Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could be you if you have a sun, moon, or rising sign that is a fire sign, again, like the Page of Rods. I feel like there's things you have to discuss. Like, you know, the Page of Rods and the Queen of Rods could be the same person, because I get there's things you have to discuss here with the Queen of Rods. This could be somebody that would want to take you aboard on, like, to go to work for them. Maybe they have a business and they're like, "You'd be a perfect fit for our business." Or if they have a business and they're not hiring you to be an employee, they could be hiring you. Maybe you're skilled at something in particular, like accounting or, I don't know, computers and technology, and you know how to fix and repair IT things. They could be hiring you to do a specific job for them, or they could be looking to hire you on as part of their staff. That's what comes up here first. But for some of you, the Page of Rods and the Queen of Rods is the same person. But for those of you that it's not, this is somebody you're going to have a conversation with, and they want you to come aboard and join a company or business or work with them or for them or with something they're doing. They look at you like you're practical, you're logical in certain areas, and that you're really good at what you do. So they look at you like you're a logical choice or person for them to consider, if it is a business and work related thing going on here. So the card you have next in your reading is the Five of Pentacles. And this is a card that symbolizes financial bankruptcy, emotional bankruptcy, could indicate depression. If there could actually be money available that you're not noticing or paying attention to, but there could be money available to you. I get that some of you may be, like my guides are saying, scraping the bin, and they show me like a sugar canister or a flour bin, and you're scraping it to get the last bit of everything out. So you may, if things are getting, food is expensive, it could be food related. It could be like, you're not going to the food store until you've used up all the things that you have. Like, so you could be trying to use up every last thing. I don't know. I feel like it's to do with, food or anything else that, you have to spend money on. Some of you, if you're struggling financially, you could be going into debt about something. Could be your mortgage. You might be having trouble paying your mortgage or utilities. You could be going through a period of time where you're like really trying to figure out how to solve financial disruption for you and how you can make more money. If you had a part-time job or the ability to work overtime where you work to make more money, something could get taken away from you that you're unhappy about, that now you can't do it anymore. And maybe it was a way you earned extra money and that business shut down, or they're not subcontracting out anymore, or they're not going to give you any overtime anymore. Like, it's affecting you financially, like you're concerned over it. You have to be careful. You or somebody in your family could bump their head, get a concussion, or get hurt in some way, and you may need to go to the doctor. If it's not you, it could be your significant other or one of your kids. So the best gemstone crystal that I got for Scorpios to work with, use, and wear in the month of July 2026 is blue lace agate. And blue lace agate, it deals with the throat chakra. Boy, I should be putting it on my throat because I'm having a lot of allergies today. I apologize. It's connected to the element of air and water and the zodiac sign of Pisces. It brings hope and unity. It's good for cleansing and harmony. It neutralizes anger, fever, and inflammation. It's a cooling and calming stone. It's good for verbal expression of thoughts and feelings, and it helps the thyroid and the repair of bones. You should really carry this because it's a stress reducer stone. Like, wear it or carry it, get a beaded bracelet. Like, it's going to be a good stress relieving stone for you in July. If you have any physical troubles, even your ears, trouble with your ears, your hearing, ringing in your ears, or anything related, ear related, or your back or your throat, it could help you with those areas. It's going to bring you peace. It could be like a very peaceful and tranquil stone for you. And, you know, based on your reading, like, I'm not saying anything's bad about this person coming back in or coming back to you. But there is stress here in your reading. So you might want to get a blue lace agate bracelet. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. Now on to the sign of Sagittarius. Hi, Sagittarius. So your first card for July is the Five of Rods. And this is a card that symbolizes, this could be you like struggling with coworkers, family members, friends, any clubs, groups, or organizations you belong to. It could be an internal struggle going on inside of you, but it could be struggles with other people or even people you don't know, like out in the world. I feel that Sagittarians in July, and maybe even happening in June, maybe it was happening in June as well, where you were like hepped up, like you having trouble calming down. And you could also be watching people behave in callous ways or disconcerting ways out in the world. Maybe you're watching people's behavior and you're like, I can't believe I'm watching this. And it could be happening in the country where you live, or you could be seeing this happen somewhere else. You're looking at the internet and you're seeing it happen somewhere out in the world. I get some of you are going to be like, I can't get a grip on what these people are thinking. Like, the collective consciousness of Sagittarius, I pick that up. Like, I can't get a grip or a handle on what these people are thinking. You may see people do nutty things. There could be problems with like high levels of crime in your area. Like it could be like a burst of it. Could be protesting, high levels of crime, people behaving callously and totally disruptively and maybe violently. And you're like, I don't get what these people, where they're coming from. I can't wrap my head around it. Why are these people going to these extremes and doing what they're doing? And that may make you feel like you want to make yourself scarce. Like, I want to leave here. Like, maybe not move, although some of you, it may make you want to move. Some of you may feel like, I just want to get out of here. I don't want to be in this city or town or country or state or province right now. You may feel like it's a good time to take a trip. Go visit somebody or go visit someone or someplace, you know, kind of far away or at a distance. So the next card in your reading is the Hermit. This is spiritual guidance. Your spirit guides lighting the way, showing you the path to go. This could also indicate you being the Hermit, where you're taking a step back, getting a lay of the land before you proceed forward, but you're still going to be guided by your spirit guides. I feel like you're reevaluating things, reevaluating your life, reevaluating decisions and choices, because you're going to make some new decisions and choices coming up. And I feel like you may be making lists and putting into categories of what's the most important thing to me right now? Like, you know, is it your friends? Is it your family? Is it your work? Is it money, having to, you know, and having to pay bills? Like, I feel like you're going to be itemizing what's the most important to you to least important. And then you're going to start making some decisions based on that list. That's going to tell you where to direct your energy and what needs to be dealt with or handled or taken care of first. This could be a time where you're going to be putting out a lot of signals. If you're single and you want to meet somebody and you like haven't really, you know, been dating or on the dating scene, or, you know, you've kept to yourself or you've been busy doing other things, you could start putting out signals. Don't think you don't know how to do it, because everybody knows how to put out signals if they want to meet somebody. Like, you change your mindset and you start focusing on it or trying to manifest it or taking action steps to do it. But this could be you putting out signals about other things. Maybe you want a new job. Maybe you want more money. So you could be putting out signals to the universe of whatever it is that you want to attract. This would also be, you could be putting out signals like if you have do any podcasting, or you do any videos, any podcasts, any, or you're on the radio, or anything where you like, or things you could put out in writing, like putting signals out there in, you know, like communication formats of any type, in writing, in video, in podcasting, in, you know, whatever media or medium you could use. You may be broadcasting information and putting signals out there. So the last card in your reading for July is the Page of Swords. This is an air sign person: Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could be you if you have a sun, moon, or rising sign that is an air sign. Pages can be children. They can also be adults that are immature or young at heart, or a messenger. And if it's a messenger, the Page of Swords is going to bring in messages of truth, wisdom, knowledge, or the opposite, untruths. It could be that way too. If you're single, this could be somebody that you're interested in, and they would equally be interested in you, and you could start dating them. Maybe you've just recently started dating them, or it could be coming up. Some of you, this could be somebody that was an employee to you, or if you were a manager or a supervisor to them and they quit the job or they got fired, they could be coming back to you and asking you to give them their job back. If you have a child that's an air sign and you cut off their allowance or, punish them and said, you're not allowed to do this or that anymore, they could be coming to you asking you to give them their allowance back or to give them permission to do certain things that maybe you took away from them. I see you looking at them like they're a creative person or that they're a creative thinker. I feel like you may feel an affinity toward them, like you may feel like you need to be there for them. This could even be a niece or nephew to you, or a sibling, or one of your kids, or your significant other. I mean, I could go on and on. It is a general reading, but whoever this is, for some of you, Sagittarians, you may look at them like this person needs me to be there for them in some form or another. I feel like they may really be trying to get your attention. They want you to listen to them. They want you to pay attention to them, of what they're doing or saying. I hear the word screeching. So I don't know. They may be screeching about it. I don't know. That was a weird word to come in there, screeching. So the best gemstone crystal I got for Sagittarians to work with, use, and wear in the month of July 2026, you got carnelian, which restores motivation. It stimulates creativity. It gives courage and promotes positive life choices. Carnelian dispels apathy and motivates for success. It's useful for overcoming abuse of any kind, and it helps with trusting yourself and your perceptions. It's going to be a good motivational stone for you. If there's a lot of work or business or things that you have to do in July, it's going to give you that, that push, that incentive, that oomph to get things done. If you have to work on any kind of calculations, it could be calculations of financial calculations. It could be calculations to do with measuring anything. But anything to do with calculations of any kind, I recommend wearing carnelian or holding it or having it on your computer or your desk, depending on what it is you're doing involving calculations. This would be a good gemstone for you to carry if there is any kind of machinery or things in your body that seize up. Joints can seize up. Spine can seize up, joints can seize up, but also machinery, mechanical things can seize up. You need to be carrying or wearing or, putting carnelian around whatever is seizing up or on it could help it work. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Capricorn. Hi, Capricorn. So the first card you have is Temperance. This is having patience or needing patience. This card can also symbolize alchemy, where God is working through you in what you're doing, thinking, creating, or saying. It's time for you to believe in yourself more. And you may want to make a bigger splash on the scene. That could be at work. That could be in a social club or group. You may feel like you're tired of being left behind. Are people leaving you behind, in some way? Your friends, your family? Is it happening at work? I don't know. I just get you're tired of being left behind. Some of you may feel like you've gotten kind of caught up in some kind of drama that really didn't belong to you. That could be somebody else's drama, and you could feel like you're spellbound to it, like you got sucked into it, like and it could be messing with your psyche, messing with your mind. If you have any friends or you're involved in any club groups or organizations that you feel have gotten like confusing, toxic, disruptive to you or your life, it might be time to consider like walking away from it, like distancing yourself. And you may be doing that about a lot of things. My guides say putting things out to pasture. So there may be things in your life you're like, putting you out to pasture, I'm putting you out there. I'm not going to keep dealing with you, listening to it, getting involved in it. You know, maybe it's social media. You could get sucked into confusion and drama of other people's lives and things going on if you get too involved in listening to and watching, things on social media. I feel like there's some part of your life that you feel has become disruptive to your peace of mind and patience. So the second card in your reading for July, Capricorn, is the Three of Pentacles. And this is expanding your skills, expanding your craft, expanding your business, expanding your work, focusing on craftsmanship and attention to detail. You could be trying to build up your career or build up something that, like, propping up your career or literally propping up something. It could be like beams of wood. It could be, drywall, beams of wood, siding, something you're building or creating. You may literally be trying to prop something up, but it could be propping up your career, propping up your a business. I feel like this is going to be a good month for Capricorns to solve things, finding solutions and solving things, especially if it's to do with your career, your business, or something you're building. You may take time to retrain and re-educate yourself and your mind. You may go back to school. You may take some kind of training program, or, could be online, could be in person. It could also be brushing up skills that you already have, that you could be doing this because, certain careers, things change over time, and, what you knew 10, 20 years ago, they may have a whole new way of going about doing that job now and moving forward in the future. So you may be like brushing up on like what's changed in your, career life, or that, I can't think of the word, I'm using the word career, that you're in, that something you have knowledge and experience about, you may need to brush up on it. Yeah, I get you finding solutions, finding breakthroughs, finding solutions, breakthrough in problems. And anything that you were building, if you had any problems, you may be troubleshooting them, figuring it out, how to make it better, how to improve it, how to do things easier. So the next card in your reading is the Nine of Swords, and this is grieving the loss of a love relationship. That could be a breakup. This could also be not feeling well or worried about somebody else not feeling well. It could indicate migraine headaches or headaches, nightmares, bad dreams, sleepless nights. You could feel like you can't believe how much work is getting dumped on you. It could be by clients and customers. It could be from bosses, managers, and supervisors. It could be around your home and home environment. Maybe you're not getting any support there with people helping out. Somewhere you may feel like, I cannot believe how overwhelmed I am by how much work is getting dumped on me. Where is that happening to you, Capricorn? Is it in your home? Is it in your, with your home? Or is it at a place of business where you work? Or is it in a business that you own? You could feel like a little miffed. You could feel like unappreciated or unloved. You could also have people dumping a lot of their problems and complaints on you, because I hear the collective consciousness of Capricorn going, if I hear one more problem, I'm going to lose it. So you could, if you work in a business where there's a lot of people complaining, clients and customers, or bosses, managers, and supervisors, where you have to listen to, like, this went wrong, that went wrong, this isn't working right, that's not working right. Or it could even be with friends or family. They could be going through, heartbreak, breakups, trauma, this, that, or the other. It could be your significant other complaining to you. So you could feel like, I can't believe how many complaints are getting dumped on me. Could be a feeling here for you. So it could be work, feeling like overwhelmed by too much work. It could be feeling overwhelmed by too many problems and complaints coming at you from other people. And you may feel like, you know what, I just don't deserve this. I've been a good sport. I've been a good egg. I've been, I've been there for other people, or I've done the job the way I'm supposed to do it. I followed the directions. I did what people wanted, blah, 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 whatever. And you could feel like, I'm a good person. I don't really deserve listening to all this or dealing with all this. Like, you could feel like you don't deserve something that is getting imposed upon you in July. So the best gemstone crystal I got for Capricorns to work with, use, and wear in the month of July 2026, you got Unakite. And Unakite is a stone of vision and opening up the third eye. It's also useful for scrying, which is what I do when I look into the crystal. It is a stone of balance and bringing emotions and spirituality together. Unakite also stimulates compassion and empathy and encourages gratitude and instills determination. It's going to be a great gemstone for you to wear or carry to help you overcome hurdles. And you definitely have hurdles that are coming up here in this Nine of Swords. It's going to help you relax and help you become more freewheeling and relax and more loose when you have to make judgments and decisions about things in July. It's also going to be a good stone to help you overcome any kind of sadness or grief you may be experiencing in the month of July. And if you're experiencing any eating disorders of any kind, whether it's overeating or, not eating enough, it can help you, like, calm down eating issues, whatever they are. Or like maybe you're addicted to eating certain things over and over and over again. And maybe you want to break some kind of habits of something to do with what you eat or drink. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. Now on to the sign of Aquarius. Hi, Aquarius. So the first card you have for July is the Three of Pentacles. And this is expanding your business, expanding your craft, expanding your skills, and focusing on craftsmanship and attention to detail. Could also be focusing on your money and investments. Some of you Aquarians may feel like either in the area of work, business, or money that you need to do things in a new way. And you may be stylizing something differently. Like if you had a website or a business, or a resume, although people send out, it's online now, not like the old days when everybody had a paper resume. But it could be stylizing yourself differently too. And you could be really working on perfecting something, perfecting your craft, perfecting your skills, perfecting your business or career or money, your investments or finances. I feel like this is where you really shine, because I feel like you're going to get down to the root of things, getting down to the meat and potatoes, my guides say. So, like paying attention to the foundation of things. So if it's your business, you're paying attention to the foundation of your business. If it's a website, you're paying attention to probably the hosting site. That's the foundation of the, website. Or it could be paying attention to the foundation of your career or your finances. I get that some of you are going to get some new information that's going to come in for you about how to do something. So it could be something to do with that you're already working on, but new information could come to you, telling you how to do something. And you're going to be really incentivized to attack whatever it is you're working on, like really get into it. Like, not passively going into it. You're going to be like really sorting things out, digging through stuff, getting the facts, getting the instructions, getting the methods, the techniques, the how-tos, knowing and learning the ins and outs of something, which I feel is going to be connected to your business or your career or your finances. So the next card in your reading, Aquarius, is the Four of Cups. And this is a card that symbolizes ruminating, going within, overanalyzing, pulling at straws, worrying about the past. Or you could feel apathetic. But a blessing or opportunity could be coming in for you now, and you need to pay attention to it. I feel like you're going to be doing a lot of analyzing and troubleshooting. Like, well, if I do this, then that could happen. But if I do that, then this could happen. I feel like you're doing a lot of option weighing and what if scenarios. You could feel like you're dealing with a lot of stress. And you may be wondering like how you could reduce your stress or how you can combat it. Some of you could be, feeling like your mind is being swayed and you're not sure if you want to keep doing something anymore or if you want to live in a place you're living anymore. Or it could be about a love relationship, but I feel like it's more like what you're doing or where you're living. What you're doing for your career or job or work or money, maybe, or where you're living. And you may be analyzing a lot of things and like trying to sort it out, like what makes sense? Like, what makes sense to me? Does this make sense or does that make sense? Like weighing options. You have to be honest with yourself, and you also need to trust your intuition in July especially. Somebody could bring some kind of option or opportunity to the table for you that you may really need to take time considering it. I don't feel like it's like an absolute yes to you. You're like, well, I don't know. Especially if it's in the form of a business partnership or collaboration. You may feel like, I don't know. Because, you might not want to, you may want to have more control over what's going on And you may feel like, well, if I start getting mixed up with this or that, then I'm going to have more things I have to deal with and more components I got to focus on and less control of what's going on. So it may not be this option or opportunity that comes up for you. I don't feel you're going to be like, yeah. You're going to be like, I don't know. So the next card in your reading is the Seven of Rods. And the Seven of Rods is a card that symbolizes holding back negative energy or communication coming at you, or just blocking it completely. It can also indicate taking the moral high ground in a situation. My spirit guides say, yeah, you want a piece of me? Well, come and get it. Like, that's what I... So what they're conveying is, Aquarius, you're going to feel like, oh yeah, you want to come at me? Come at me. So I don't know who's doing this yet, but it could be several people. I hear, yeah, I'm going to shut you down and you're not going to have me to push around anymore. Or I'm going to shut something down and you're not going to have me to push around anymore. So you're definitely taking like a, I don't know if I want to call it a belligerent stance, but kind of. So if anybody comes at you, and multiple people, you're going to be like, I don't want to hear it. I'm not going to put up with it. Or like, you know, but I did get like, come on, come at me. I did get that. So you might be like ready for like mixing it up with people or someone if they come at you in a negative way in July. Or you're going to take yourself out of some equation. Like maybe you're going to leave your work or your business, or because I also hear you're not going to have me to push around anymore. So that could be the form of shutting the door on these seven rods coming at you. You could also be very strongly holding a mirror up to people that they need to like face and look at and listen to and see what they're projecting to you. You're going to hold a mirror up so that it's like, then they see, like, see what you're doing, you see what you've become, see what you're doing. Like I see you holding a mirror up to people somehow. I don't know. You'll have to figure that out. So the best gemstone crystal I got for Aquarians to work with, use, and wear in the month of July 2026, you got Bloodstone. And Bloodstone is a grounding stone. It has very strong purifying properties. It heightens intuition and creativity. It wards off negative energy, which is good because you're warding off negative energy in this card. It stimulates dreaming, and it's a revitalizing stone. It's a protective stone. It encourages selflessness and idealism. It strengthens the immune system. It's also good for detoxing the liver, intestines, kidneys, spleen, and bladder. And it invigorates blood and energizes life. Wow, Bloodstone does a lot right there. It's going to help you combine your talents, your skills, and your energy into something and make something out of it. So it'd be great if you're trying to start a business or some new skill or talent or hobby. It would be great for that, for you. It's going to be a great gemstone for you to help you overcome any kind of sadness or trauma. It's also going to be good for putting you in a positive mindset in July. It's also going to be a stone that will help protect you from any negative energies, no matter where they're coming from. Doesn't matter. It'll help protect you. It's a good protective stone. So you may want to wear a beaded bracelet or a pendant where it touches your skin. Would be very helpful for you in July. So I hope those messages were of help to you, and I hope they made sense. Now on to the sign of Pisces. Hi, Pisces. So the first card you have is the Eight of Cups, and this is turning away from what's not working for you anymore, emotionally speaking, and heading off on a new journey with a stick of power and control in your hand. And even though the journey's unknown, you're still willing to take it. Some of you are saying goodbye to people that bothered you. This could be, so like if this was at work and maybe you're going to leave, or maybe they're leaving and you're like, goodbye, you bothered me, bye-bye. Or it could be, you know, you could say goodbye to people in your family or friend group. You may feel like you wish you hadn't talked so much to somebody or gotten so involved with them, whoever them is. That could be one person, it could be a group of people. And you may feel like, I'm not as strong as I used to be. I want to regain my energy. You know, maybe you feel like your energy has been sapped. And you may be looking for ways to like revitalize your energy. What could do that? Exercise, change in diet, you know, I don't know. But wherever you feel like your energy has been sapped and you need to get more energized and vitality, I feel like you're going to seek out those things that can help do that for you. And if you are involved in any kind of career or hobby or craft or skill that you feel like it's drained your energy or it has gotten boring to you or doesn't hold interest for you anymore, you could be leaving those things behind. You may feel like, okay, that part of my life or that chapter of my life of doing those skills, crafts, hobbies, work you want to put it behind you now. You want to move on to things that make you feel more alive, energized, awake, hold your interest, are intriguing to you. I get that some of you feel like, I've made up my mind. I'm not sticking around here anymore with, like, that could even be in a love relationship. Maybe you feel like you've been unappreciated or, you know, unappreciated or taken advantage of, manipulated maybe even. And you may feel like, okay, well, I put up with that. I dealt with it and I'm over it now. I'm done with it. So the card you have in the second card in the middle of your reading is the Empress. This is the card that can symbolize a maternal figure that's either living or deceased. They could be watching over you, guiding you. It could be a mother, a grandmother, a great-grandmother, or someone like a mother figure to you. You could be the Empress because it is the card of creation. It also is a card that can symbolize the birth of a child or a business, project, plan, or an idea. Some of you may be going through a lot of things with your mother. If your mother's still living, maybe she's having health problems or she needs you in some way, or you're dealing with her a lot more than usual. She may want you to do certain things for her. So she may need you. She may also want you to go on some kind of trip with her if she's up and at 'em and willing and able to travel. Like, she may be asking you to go somewhere with her. Maybe it's not even a trip. Maybe it's something more mundane. Some of you may be feeling like you need to stabilize your income. And to do that, you may feel like you need to take on more work, maybe a part-time job, or to work, see if your work can give you more hours. Or, you know, maybe you want to start like a project or a business that's creative. that can bring in some kind of income stream to you. So you could be creating the birth of a business project plan or an idea that can help give you some like additional income if it's something you can monetize. You could get a special gift from your mother or a mother figure to you where they may say, I really value your time, your energy, and things, how you help and what you do for me and things like that. And so she may give you money. Your mother may give you money. She may give you something of value to show like thanks and appreciation to you. So you have, next card is the Ace of Pentacles. And this is a card that symbolizes financial abundance, financial blessings. It could be receiving an inheritance, a gift of cash, money coming through family channels, a bonus, a commissions check, an insurance payout. You could be winning money. Sometimes Ace of Pentacles can be emotions. So there could be some new beginning with money or emotions. I do feel that some of you are going to get money, and I get a big fat check, and I also hear some of you are going to get a raise. And because of some kind of money that can come to you, I also get this is going to increase your desire and the opportunity for you to spend more money as well. If there was some kind of collection, something that you have a collection of that you want to, there was like a missing piece or something you really wanted to add to this collection, you could be spending money to get that item or that thing you really, really want. This could indicate you spending money to get something of value that's important to you. If you get involved with somebody new romantically in July or soon, they may be financially well off. And if you two get into a serious relationship with each other, where you move in together or you get married, if that's what you want to do, you could get financial gain through someone new that comes in your life. Or if you're already coupled, your partner could be getting a raise, a promotion, an inheritance, a better paying job. So for some of you Pisces, money could be coming to you through somebody else. Some of you could be taking on a new position of power. So my guides are saying, like, they say new position of power, like being a business owner. You could make money from your business. From a new venture that you do that's on the side, you could be making money from that. Or you could be getting offered a new position at a job where you work that could be giving you more money or bonuses or commissions. So the best gemstone crystal I got for Pisces to work with, use, and wear in the month of July 2026, you got charoite. And charoite is a soul stone. It works with the heart chakra and the third eye chakra. It has strong healing power and helps with love and also gives protection. It heals the physical body and also your emotions. It's a stone of transformation used to overcome fears. It helps with overcoming obsessions and compulsions, and it can stimulate your inner vision, which is like psychic ability, and your third eye, and it's also a very good grounding stone. It's a stone that's going to make you feel more stable, more steady, and more confident in July. It's going to be a great stone to help you overcome worrying. If you're worrying or you got a lot of fears or anxiety, it's going to help you with all of that. It's going to be a great stone to carry or wear when you need to get motivated to do very specific tasks, or like maybe you got a lot of home projects you got to do, or you got a lot of work assignments or projects you got to do. It would be great to carry this stone or wear it because it's going to help you get motivated to really get into what you got to do. It's also going to be a good stone for helping calm your nerves. If you tend to be nervous, or if you feel like you got a lot of nervous energy in July, it would be great for that. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And if you liked this video or you found it helpful, please click like. It does help the algorithms acknowledge this channel and help get my videos out to other people that like this type of content. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking, hyping, subscribing. It does mean a lot, and it does help this channel a lot. And if you do subscribe, make sure you click that notification bell so you get notified when I upload my videos here to YouTube. And if you're interested in getting any of the special videos I record on very specific topics, bringing you more psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides, you can get them on my Vimeo On-Demand videos and on Patreon, and also on the new site I'm working with called Gumroad, like chewing gum, right? Gumroad. I've created a list you can read here on this slide. They are also linked below this video in the description box. So if I've got Gumroad set up properly, that link for Gumroad should also be below. So I want to thank you so much, and I do truly appreciate you watching, sharing, liking, and subscribing, as I've said. And you can check me out on social media. If you don't follow me on Facebook, I post predictions and other content you might be interested in there at the Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook. I'm also on X at the Lucky Mermaid. And I do post community posts here on YouTube on my YouTube channel. So you may want to check those out. And you might want to become a member on my Patreon. I do post content, and you get ad-free early access to many of the videos that I record for Vimeo. Many of the videos I record for YouTube. You have early access to them on my Patreon if you become a Tier 1 member. So I hope you have an absolutely awesome and amazing month of July, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.